All right, so I'm here with Chris Bullock with Cross Country Mortgage, and we're going to get an update on the rates.
Yeah, so rates right now, the national average rate is hovering somewhere around like 6.9 to 7.2%. A lot going on in the market, obviously, right now. Not only election this week, the Fed met today. They just cut interest rates by 0.25% at the federal level. That won't necessarily mean a reaction to the mortgage rates. A lot of this is already what we call baked in. We already expect that they might be cutting rates. If anything, if they didn't do anything, it probably would have been worse. So I don't think that we're going to see any major changes. I kind of expect to be around this point for the near future here. Maybe some good economic data, or rather some data that shows that inflation is continuing to go down, might show us some better interest rates. Through the end of the year here, the Fed is going to meet one more time in December. It's expected that they'll cut the federal funds rate again then. So if they do that, it'll be once again a sign that, okay, they feel good about inflation getting better. That means that the market's getting better. That means that the interest rates can continue to go down. So I think we are in a little bit of a bump up than where we were back in September. That's okay. That's kind of a little bit of a hangover from 2 weeks of really good interest rates. People maybe got a little too ahead of themselves, or by people I mean the big banks, by dropping rates so aggressively. I would say expect rates to stay around 7 here, and hopefully beginning of 2025 we're creeping down into the mid 6s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know everybody always asks, do you think we're going to be seeing anything below 5, even 4s? Do you think that's going to be in our future at all?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
If we look at Fannie Mae, one of the big federal banks, most of the conventional loans, a big chunk of the conventional loans in the country go to them. They put out a yearly forecast. Their forecast currently has an expectation of the rates being in the mid to low 6s by the end of 2025, softening down into the 5s in 2026. If you ask some of the other economic professionals out there, they expect that if Jerome Powell is good and lands the soft landing, you're looking at rates probably closer to 4.5%, 5% when this is all said and done.
Okay.
It takes time to
Yes.
get there. They do not want to overdo it by dropping rates too quickly, because you'll get a spur in the market and you'll create inflation again. So they have to do it periodically and slowly. So it's going to be what I've jokingly said, it's going to be a slow burn as our way down, but it's good for buyers because you can buy now taking advantage of a softened market, knowing that down the road there very likely is going to be some opportunity for a refinance. My caveat is I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where we're going to land. I'm just looking at data and trying to come up with what I expect is going to be where we land. So to answer your question, yes, when, don't know, probably going to be around that 4.5%, 5% when this successful soft landing happens.
So it sounds like to me it's always a good time to sell or buy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the interest rate is, you can always kind of ride it out, and then when it does come down some more, you can refinance. So if you have any questions about buying or selling, reach out to me. If you have any questions about lending, reach out to Chris. I'll have his information below. Thank you.